This week, we continue our discussion on leading small. Last week, we learned that Jesus demonstrated for us what it looks like to lead small. And this week, we dive in to the second principle. The second principle of leading small is create a safe space. Well, what does this mean? Well, it simply means to clarify their faith as they grow. Creating a safe place isn't something that happens overnight. It takes time for kids and adults to learn how to trust you and other group members. Trust is an investment. It's something that we have to mutually earn. And while we can't promise that it'll happen immediately, promise that these 3 strategies will help guide you towards it. First, lead the group. Now, that may sound like a given, seeing as though you're the small group leader, but it's worth explaining. I mean, you're responsible for the dynamic and the discussions in the group. You set the tone, you navigate the current, and that's especially true when it comes to tension. Tension is inevitable. And while you may feel the temptation to lean away from it, the truth is that tension isn't a bad thing. It's natural, and it's meant to be engaged with. So leverage the tension, lead into it, and teach your few to learn from. Tension is a result of our differences, and our differences are just opportunities to demonstrate unconditional love. If your group is a safe place for differences and tensions to be expressed and navigated, then your few will learn how to show up for other people. They'll learn how powerful it is to accept others and be accepted by them. So lead into those tensions. In other words, lead the group. Like I said before, establishing your group as a safe place isn't something that happens overnight. You're contending with different personalities, different temperaments, different backgrounds, and different beliefs, and they all fall on a wide spectrum. If you got into this thing because you wanted to change people, man, you're gonna be exhausted and maybe even discouraged. So the truth is that it's not up to us to change people. We aren't God. We aren't the Holy Spirit. God is the one who changes us. The Holy Spirit is the one who refines us. We cannot change everyone. We can't even change anyone. But we can love a few. And the Bible doesn't say to change your neighbor as yourself. It says to love your neighbor as yourself. And love is a process. Change is a process. God's work in your few is a process. So respect the process. Now, it may feel like I'm about to contradict the first point, but the unfortunate truth is that the work of creating a safe place for your group may require you to break their trust. And we can all hope for the best where our few are concerned. The truth is that kids in our groups are hurting. They're going through things that we may not be fully equipped to understand or even to deal with. And when kids experience one of these hurts, being hurt, hurting others, hurting themselves, it's essential to guard their heart at the expense of breaking their confidence. Our church has policies in place to help direct us when these kind of things happen. And sometimes trust has to be broken in order to protect our kids. It isn't an easy decision to make, but a necessary one. Leading your group takes work. Respecting the process takes time. Guarding the heart takes effort. But when you create a safe place inside of your group, you give your few opportunities to grow and learn. They deserve the chance to sit in a space where they're accepted, where their ideas are safe, and where honesty is valued. So model these things for your few. Celebrate everyone equally. Shut down gossip. If individual issues arise, address them privately, and then give them the chance to do those things themselves. The truth is that if your few can't be their Monday through Saturday selves when they're with you in group, well, they'll have a hard time applying their faith in everyday situations. If they can't share their doubts in community, they will dwell on them privately. If they can't ask you their questions, they're gonna ask someone else. And if they don't admit their struggles to someone, they will never experience the power of bringing things to light in a way that facilitates freedom and forgiveness. So create a safe place for your few. Give them the gift of a space where they can be themselves and expect acceptance, honesty, protection, and love.